Well, hey folks, BZ7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Reacheville map for Farm Sim 19. And it is second day of early spring. Yes, indeed. And let me tell you, not having a farmhouse isn't that much fun. It's pretty slow passing the night, standing there in a pitch dark parking lot. Yeah, but it is now time to get on with the actual farmication here. So, first things first. We're going to lay ourselves down a mighty oat field. Now, this should work fine, because this thing does its own cultivating. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, let's get this done. Spent pretty much the entire first day getting all the factories and stuff set up. Trying to burn off as much of that money as I could to get us down to a respectable level. Now we'll see how it turns out. There is actually a couple of buildings I noticed after going through all of it this morning that I have not yet placed. But not that big a deal. I'm down to 4.8 million from the original 25, so we're getting there. And I did add my first actual mod this morning, the tanker truck from off of, well, it's on the Trello with the rest of our mods. It's a Papa Smurf mod. I've been told it has proven itself safe, and since it does things that the others don't particularly do. Oops. I have been wanting to use it, so. There might need to be one more over, just to be on the safe side. That's a little better. Let's see. Let's try looking out the front of the tractor. So we're going to get as much as we can done here before we start worrying about getting any of the factories up to production. I just sort of wanted to check all of that out on the first playthrough. We've got lots of time to get to them. You know, we're going to have a whole period of fall and winter and that sort of thing where we're not going to have much to do when it comes to the crops. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I think that should do us just fine. And then we've still got quite a few days of spring to get through here. It should be enough to get a lot of our planting done. Now, I own a whole bunch more fields than we really need. Again, that was just trying to reduce-a-vu the amount of cash I had on me so it actually meant something once we got into it here. But, yeah, there's no guarantee I can actually tend them all, at least not the first year round. And, of course, I could have hired workers off doing things on other fields, but again, I want to try and rack a little of that up onto my own credits as well. So, yeah, whoa, it's going to be, how bad am I doing for overland? Well, I'm guessing pretty good, eh? A little bit overlap, just enough to not leave a mess, and we seem to be pretty good. Alright, good to see. Not as bad at this as I thought. Of course, we got these nice clear rows to follow, so yeah, just stick the center of the hood in the center of the row, and away we go. Works out very well. So I had two rather, I don't know, shall we say shocking, almost heart-stopping moments yesterday. I kid you not. This is kind of, well, now that it's over and done with, it's funny. You know, one of those things where at the time, well, no, not really. No, the first thing was every morning I log on to my computer. Now, I'm an early riser. I'm usually sitting here at, oops, that didn't work very well. About 5:30 in the morning is when I'm lighting up my machine for the first time. And part of that is because my kiddies really don't like me sleeping any later than that for some odd reason. But at any rate, so usually one of the first things I do is check how my videos that I uploaded the night before did. You know, answer comments and that. Because usually by then most people have caught up, at least my regular viewers that like to leave comments and all of those sort of things. Well, I logged on yesterday and I clicked the little button that says My Channel, and that will take you to your videos. And it came up with the page, little trailer thing at the top and all that, and said there is no content for this channel. I kid you not. Where there should have been videos, it was just a blank page and a big thing at the top that said there is no content for this channel. Oh, I'm telling you, I didn't do well there, did I? Alright, well, I gotta fix that. What a screw up. That's a complete waste of my time. Oh well. So, that was, needless to say, I mean, I've got, you know, over 3,000 videos. So, yeah. Last thing I want to do is all of a sudden my channel comes up as empty. Yeah, it was a bit of a hard stopper. No, I did, of course, the proper thing. I immediately exited the internet. You know, it's trying to break things. So yeah, I exited the internet, reloaded up Google, went back to YouTube, and there it was in all its glory. But yeah, just that moment of, oh my God, what has happened? Because just the day before, I was looking at my copyright. Like, you got to check every once in a while, make sure nobody's throwing some random copyright thing on you. And oddly enough, it came up with a perfect match for one of my videos, beginning to end, on someone else's channel. Right? And it wanted me to issue a copyright strike or a takedown notice. I'd never seen that particular thing before. So I checked out the video clip that they sent me to confirm, and yeah, it sounded like somebody had basically filmed, you know, their computer screen with an iPhone or something while my video was on, and then just re-uploaded the video. Because the audio was terrible. It sounded like, you know, you had your monitor speaker turned on instead of your real ones. I even actually checked that. Yes, indeed. So then to log in the next day and be told my entire channel was gone, yeah, I just had one of those moments when I went, oh my God, well, I'm done with YouTube. But thankfully, it was just some random thing they do, I guess, just to make sure if you're dumb enough to be up that time of day, you'd better actually be awake, you know. But yeah, that was some scary thing. And then the second thing, well, once the sun had come out and most of the rest of the humans had arisen from their beds, I got a phone call from my doctor's office, well, not actually my doctor's office, from a local hospital, saying that you have an appointment for a CT scan on Friday. How would you like to come in this afternoon instead? We've had someone cancel. I'm thinking, well, first of all, if you cancel something like a CT scan, you probably died. What else would you? You know? And secondly, I thought, well, yeah, what the heck? The sooner I get this done, the sooner the surgeons get a hold of it and they can decide when they want to do the do. So I go in there and I'm laying on the machine bed, and it's really weird, because you got to put, like, they put this dye into you called contrast, right? And they run you through the machine a couple of times without it, just a normal IV in, and then they, third time's a charm, and they load up this contrast stuff. But, you know, and she's telling me, okay, different people have different reactions to it. Some people, it makes them feel really warm. Some people get a really weird taste in the back of their throat. She says most people, it makes them feel like they've just wet themselves. Well, that's wonderful. And then she proceeded to take tape and bind my wrists over my head and my feet together. And I'm thinking, okay, like, this isn't weird. And it's just so that you don't, at the wrong moment, relax and, you know, let your feet fall apart or, like aside from each other, right? Drift to the side or something, right? Relax too much. Or your arms. If you relax them too much, you know, and they change position just as they're trying to get a view of that particular thing, although they didn't actually do my arms. But at any rate, so we get through the first two passes, no problem. And there's two speakers. One of them has her voice coming through for when she wants to say things, and the other one is the machine talking to you, telling you when to hold your breath and stuff. So the machine just goes breathe, and as it's saying breathe, I hear her go say something like, oh, that's not good. So yeah, it's another one of those moments where I'm thinking, well, what's not good? You know, it turns out she said something completely different. But yeah, I'm like, okay, that's twice in one day. I think they're trying to test to see how strong my heart is or something, you know? Yeah. Of course, then she comes out of the room. I still don't know what it was she said. And she starts feeling around on my chest, under my shirt, like on top of my shirt, but feeling for some. She says, I just don't get this. I don't get this. And I'm like, she says, look, you must be wearing something. Do you have a chain on that slid around behind your back or what? I'm like, no. She's like, okay, because I'm showing a metal object just about here, and she touches a spot just around where your heart is, actually. I'm thinking, well, good old stone cold heart of mine. But no, of course, it's the rifle round I still have embedded in my spine. But I guess it threw her for a bit of a loop, because on that thing, I don't know that it shows the depth like an X-ray machine does. So yeah. But apparently she didn't mutter what I thought she muttered. It was something far more innocent. But yeah, quite the shake-up for the day, I'll tell you. You know? Between having the whole channel blank out on me. Yeah. Alright, our last pass. What a nice machine. Gets the job done right, Ricky Ticky, eh? But yeah, that's not something I want to go through again. I mean, it wasn't unpleasant, the feeling you get from that stuff, but it's, you know, weirdness like that, yeah, I don't know. I had enough weirdness back in the 70s, man. But at any rate, it's done. So, about a week or a week and a half, and the slicers down in Vancouver should get a hold of it and let me know what the next stage is. I'm just looking forward to it all being over so I can get back to a relatively normal life. Alright, so that's our oats, and we still got a fair bit of wump left in the machine. So what else can we think about planting here? Oh, I guess I need to shut it off before I can change seed types. There we go. Canola. Soybean. I don't think we can plant those yet, actually. Can we? Soybean, no. No, they require warmer weather, just as the corn does. Canola is plantable, wheat, barley. Potatoes and sugar beets. But, well, we may do that as well. Alright, let's just get another cereal down. I'm actually going to prefer up barley, I think. Alright. Start to drift a bit here, Rips. Come on, stay to that edge. There you go. Awesome. Now I am going to do sugar beets. I'm thinking that field right over there, the long skinny guy, might be exactly what I'm looking for. So... we'll have to see how that goes. Come on, get over there. Awesome. Now, I suppose what I could actually do, just to help the process a little bit, let's get to the end of the row. Okay, let's go in here for a moment and go to our garage. Yes, I know there's lots of buildings. Not much kit, though. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is actually the only one I can use. Okay. So, not a big deal. But, oh, I was in this guy. Okay. He's big enough to haul it out there, but he's not actually big enough to haul it around. I believe we need a 500 horse or better for this cultivator. So, like I said, I can haul it out to the field, but then we gotta swap tractors. Because the dude's got enough power to run the seeder, but not this giant cultivator, apparently. So, I'm gonna remember anyway, let me have a better look here, just make sure I'm not off the deep sea end. Okay, where are we? Yeah, 500 horse to run that. 270 for that, so... time to do a little tractor swapping. Because I'll just set the hired worker to cultivating. That'll be just fine. Okay. Let's go get you set up. Look, I'm Linda Blair. Good on you if you got the reference. That is a grot ugly display. I wish I could change that. The mirrors are pretty much useless too. Although actually, let's get something loaded up on it and see. Maybe they're exactly what they need to be. Alrighty. Now this is supposed to have a pretty good spread to it. I need you bigger than that. There we go. Yes. Alright, that's not too bad. Alright, see what sort of a job you do. Oh, you figured the first important thing was to crank every light in the tractor on. Alright, well, I suppose. Alright. Let's get back to business. There we go. I wonder if it'll drag this tractor over on two wheels if I turn it. No, it turns much sharper with this. That's kind of nice. Alright. Alright, let's turn you on. Let's drop you down. Let's make you some seed. Maybe a bit generous with the overlap. Let's straighten it out a little. Get her around the 270 mark. Nice. Nice. Alrighty. Well, we're farming now. Whatever the heck that means. Alright. It's a pretty nice spot down the end of this field, actually, isn't it? I think I know where I'm going to put our dry storage building, maybe. Because that's one of the things I forgot to place. Yeah, it's accessible from the road just about all the way around. There's no guardrails or anything. So yeah, that might work out rather good. Rather goodly. Down to the 90 mark. There we are. Up the hair. Perfect. Now hopefully the hired worker is going to do a good job on the ends of the fields. Although at worst you have to run it once on each end just to get rid of any sort of oddities he may have left, but it's nicer if they don't do it at all. Don't you know? Alrighty. So what we got? Just over, well, this will be easier actually, just under 3 weeks until the release of the new Platinum Pack. As per their usual way of doing things on FarmSim. No idea where he's gone. Must be way down the far end. Well, if that truck's any indicator, they pop in about that fourth tree up. Or at least where I was. Obviously I'm getting closer. I guess I'll pop in further away. But they still don't see him. It just makes me a little nervous. Oh, there he is. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, I need to even this field out. It's just getting a little bit crazy. So, there's 270 even. Let's see how well it stays on that course. Well, it seems to be fluctuating about evenly both ways, so this should be a nice straight line. Goes anywhere from 270.1 to 269.9, so yeah. That's just basically what it would get rocking on its suspension, I would think. So this is pretty straight. Good. Get a better baseline established so we can quit wobbling back and forth to try and match everything. Awesome. Yeah, straight as an arrow. Perfect. There we go. Drop her down. Good again. Rolling from 89.9 to 90.1. Perfect. Look, Ma, no hands. Yes, indeed. So yeah, we'll get these guys done up. Like I say, we'll do sugar beets across the road there. By the time we're done this field, he should pretty much have it prepped for us. And then down on the other end of the where the wood plant and such is, we get a couple of fields there. And I think those ones are going to go like corn and hemp type of things. Oops. Yeah, anyway, that's going to have to be close enough because I don't seem to be getting any closer. There we go. Alright, well, I see from the big clock on the wall that I don't know. It is pretty much the end of our adventure for today. So yeah, a good start. We'll have at least 3 fields done up by the time you guys see me again. And I do very much thank you for joining me here today. Now, don't forget, if you want to make sure that map gets out there for lots of people to see, it's you can hit the shares and favorites buttons along with the like on your way out. It not only helps me, but like I say, it'll help get the map out there, the more people that see it. So, really do hope you enjoyed. I like to making the episode. It's great to be back on Reachybell. Till next time, guys, this has been Species 7. Take care of each other. And ciao for now.